Hello. It's wonderful to be here at a live concert. It's such a treat for us. We haven't done a live concert for quite a while. We've been busy recording, but obviously it's been a long time since we've actually been allowed to play in public. So this is a very exciting day for us. We're going to start with one of our favourite pieces, an adagio by Bach. And the question is which Bach, because as I'm sure most of you know, J.S. Bach, the most famous of the Bachs, had many sons who also wrote music. And there's actually some question about the authorship of this piece and the set of pieces it's from. It's believed that it could well have been one of his sons, maybe W.F., I think, but nobody really knows. So it's attributed to J.S. Bach usually, but maybe written by one of his sons. So we're going to play two movements, well actually the adagio and then two minuets from Bach's Sonata in C for flute. Yeah, sorry, it's I hadn't switched it on. Lovely. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you for your warm welcome. I'm just going to reiterate what an absolute pleasure it is to be here and to be playing live for you lovely people. I think we were counting back the months, and I think it's January was the last time we played for a live audience. So this is just amazing. So we are going to carry on with our recital tonight, and we're going to play some pieces from my homeland, which is Wales. I'm sure you can guess by my silly accent. So we're going to play two really, really beautiful folk tunes. One, Lisa Larn, which is a lover's lament for the late Lisa. And her heartsick lover is asking Lisa to guide him to where she is so that they can be reunited. And we're going to follow that up by one of my favourite tunes ever, which is the beautiful lullaby, See You Gone. Hope you enjoy them.
So the next piece is another favourite of ours. It's Piece en forme de habanera by Maurice Ravel. It was originally written for bass voice as a vocalise, a kind of exercise to show off all the different techniques that the bass singer can do. But it's almost never performed by bass, and more often on all types of other instruments. I've heard it often on cello, violin, all sorts of different combinations. It's been arranged here, obviously, for flute and guitar, and I think it works as well on that combination as on any other. I haven't actually been able to track down a recording of a bass voice, so if anyone knows of one, please let me know.
So I'm going to bring out the big guns now. So this next piece is a recent discovery of ours, and it's by the American composer Jonathan Cohen, who writes, he describes himself as an amateur musician, but he writes a lot. He's very prolific for low flutes. So this is my alto flute. And we're going to play a piece of his, or two movements of a piece of his, called Pax Stewart Walk. And I'm just going to read from his notes, because actually he describes it a lot more eloquently than I would. So if you just bear with me. Here we go. So he says, where the Paxton River forms the boundaries between Howard and Montgomery counties in Maryland, I took a walk. I revelled in the quiet green freedom of the outdoors. Moving down the river westward from what is now MD 97, I followed the waters as they curved through hardwood forest and rock, past mountain laurel and fern. Suddenly, the river opened into what is now the Triadelphia Reservoir. The reservoir is named for the town of Triadelphia down at the bottom of the reservoir, surfacing only during severe droughts. But there was plenty of water that day, and the reservoir was wide, peaceful, and beautiful. So we're going to play the first movement and the last movement. So the first movement is Reflection at the Bend in the River, where the Paxton River forms the boundaries between Howard and Montgomery counties in Maryland. I take a walk along the river. Pausing at a bend, I sit on a rock and stare into the current. I am lost in thought as my own reflections mix with those on the river. And the second movement we're going to play is Dance of the Leaves on the Water. And he says, a single leaf falls in a spiral, hesitates in an updraft, then settles on the river, where it is drawn into a jib already in progress, joining the other leaves as they rush, circle, slow, and pass each other in eddies. Really hope you enjoy it. And we're going to finish our part of the recital this evening with two movements from one of the most famous works for flute and guitar. The two movements from the Histoire du Tango by Astor Piazzolla. So Astor Piazzolla was an Argentinian composer, and he is considered the father of the modern tango. And the movements of this piece track the tango in its original forms all the way through to the concert of today. And we're going to play you our two favourite movements, which are the middle ones. So we're going to play you Café 1930. And this is an age where people stopped dancing to the tango and preferred to listen. It became much more musical and romantic. The movements are slower and with quite melancholic harmonies. And then we're going to follow that up with the lively nightclub of 1960. And he says, this is a time of rapidly expanding international exchange, and the tango evolves again as Brazil and Argentina come together in Buenos Aires. The bossa nova and the new tango are moving to the same beat. Audiences rush to nightclubs to listen earnestly to the new tango. This marks a revolution and a profound alteration in some of the original tango forms. We're hoping to finish our part of the recital on a nice high note. Thank you ever so much for coming.